the show, Lil Wayne will be live in studio with us. We'll talk about his Packers, the Cowboys, LeBron, and so much more. He'll be here in about an hour, so I'm looking forward to it. I know everyone is around here. Shannon may hate this headline, but hey, why not? Why Tom Brady will never quit. Brady did an extensive interview with Men's Health where he talks about the TB12 method and his intense boot camp in the Bahamas every offseason with his trainer, Alex Guerrero. He even reveals that Willie McGinnis is responsible for connecting him with Guerrero over a decade ago, and Brady admits that he's only happy with about 10% of his throws during games. He added, "There are times when I release the ball and I know it's perfect. I throw it with the exact pace and arc that I wanted and the exact location. But when I throw it, it doesn't do that. In my mind, I'm thinking, I'm effing bleep. What did I do wrong? I bleeping overstrode. Too little torque." So Skip.
So Jenny.
I enjoyed the article.
You know what?
I actually thought it was great. I learned a lot about Tom. I don't know what Shannon's doing over there.
I'm sorry.
You eat something earlier today?
I'm very glad that he did that because that's my opening point. And you just made it for me. Thank you very much.
What was your biggest takeaway?
This was simply the best story I've ever read on Tom Brady. This was the most enlightening look at how he continues to pull off being the best quarterback in football at age 42. And the writer named Ben Cord, who's also the executive editor of Men's Health, did a superb job of presenting the real Tom Brady. But as I read it, I read a line from Ben Cord saying that Tom Brady is trying to change the world with his new TB12 approach, but that he's having to win over a lot of people who would rather chew glass than root for anybody associated with the New England Patriots, especially Tom Brady. And as I read quote after Brady quote, anecdote after anecdote, the only person I could think of was him across the table and how he was, and I wrote this word down, gagging, that you were gagging over the quotes that you're reading, and you just had a gagging reflex into the, right?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, you just theoretically, sort of figuratively vomited on TV, right?
Yes, I had housekeeping.
This was a vomit story, starting with the headline, "Why Tom Brady Will Never Quit." So the piece starts off with a Bahamas boot camp out on the beach in which they take cones for throwing drills and they position them 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 yards away and go through these precise throwing drills, grueling throwing drills. But before they start, Brady pulls out his golf course rangefinder and checks to the distance to make sure it's exactly down to the inch, the centimeter, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 yards, and proceeds to throw exactly that distance. Shannon Sharp, this is way over your head, but this is how he's defeating Father Time year after year after year. And this is the guy who, Jenny read the quote, he is a raging perfectionist who doesn't believe that he throws more than 10% of good balls in a game.
That's how you make yourself sound good, JD.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure Steph Curry's like, you know what? Only like 5% of the shots that I shoot feels perfect when it leaves my hand. You see what he did that, JD?
I think Steph would say that 90%. I think Aaron Rodgers would say 98% of his throws leave his hand feeling perfect. That's how he thinks. That's his whole mindset. But here is Tom Brady. He doesn't just go second level with you. He's going 10th level. He spends 15 minutes a day on the computer doing brain exercises, recognition exercises to improve his brain speed and recognition speed. This is 10th level. The writer compares it to Neo in The Matrix.
Oh, my goodness. See,
here we go.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Why is it?
I got to read this quote because it is
so many good ones. There were so many good quotes.
It better not be the mind-bending one. If it's the mind-bending one, Skip Bayless, you better not read that.
The writer says that Tom Brady, like Neo, can slow down time and bend time.
See, I told you that. I told you that.
Well, here we go. And here's the quote from Tom on said Neoism. There is a comfort in the known as opposed to being uncomfortable with the unknown. There are not many things that I unknow in football. You call the play, I see the defense, I know what to do. By the time I have the ball in my hands, I know what I want to do with it. Only Drew Brees of today's current quarterbacks can think like that. But I'm not even sure
Rodgers.
Huh?
Rogers.
Oh, stop it.
Rogers.
Stop it.
Rogers.
Yeah, he's changing what? He changed a third of Mike McCarthy's play calls in the huddle? Yeah.
Because he didn't like him. He know they were some bull jobs.
Okay.
Know they wasn't going to work.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers, who set the all-time record for throwaways last year, because if he sees a flash of a defender, whoops, I might throw an interception. I got to throw it in the 10th row. I want to protect my touchdowns to interception stats. This is Tom Brady revealing how he wants to change the world, because what is the mission statement for TB12 companies? To redefine strength, health, and wellness for an entire generation.
I like that.
He's thinking way ahead of the pack. I'm sorry, Shannon. He's so far ahead of what everybody else will even let their mind try to conceive that, as Alex Guerrero said, I just wanted to figure out how to make his body keep up with his mind, because if I could, he could play for a long time. And they have defeated Father Time.
Yeah. I didn't learn anything new. Tom Brady works really, really hard. And the great players, regardless of the sport, work really, really hard. The drills.
Do they work as smart? That's the question.
It all depends on the field. Skip, look, for me, this is what got me, Jenny.
Tell me.
I'm more of a thinker than a specimen. A guy that has no muscle visible to the naked eye. And somebody thought, I'm wondering, do people watch Tom Brady like, oh my God, what a marvel. That's Bo Jackson. Whoever said that about Tom Brady? Of course he's a thinker. Most quarterbacks are thinkers. Most quarterbacks, there've only been one Cam Newton that played that position, that had the body when you look at him like, oh my God, that's not a quarterback. That's a D lineman. That's a tight end. There's only been one. And for him to say that like he's telling us something we didn't know. Oh, my, Skip. Oh, my God, I can't. The guy says, it's like this Neo, this Matrix. Skip, I don't want to get too in-depth with this, but let's just say on offense.
I think we just got way in-depth. You can go as deep as you want to go
Jenny,
now.
There's 11 players on offense. Let's just say we go empty formation. That means no backs in the backfield. 5 wide receivers, 5 offensive linemen, and Tom Brady. That's 11 players. So it's an empty backfield.
Okay.
Or I come to the line of scrimmage. Okay, they're in 2 deep. I know where I want to go with the ball. Oh, no. They rock and roll this thing. They come down to single high safety. I know where I want to go with the ball. Really? Really? Is it that hard? Skip, the guy lines up.
If it's that easy, why don't the rest of them do it?
Yeah, hold on, Skip. I'm at the line of scrimmage. There's a guy over me. I see the safety back. All of a sudden, he starts to cheat down. The only reason he's cheating down, Jenny, is because the guy that's over me, he's going to blitz. John, here he comes. Wow, you know what, Jenny? And I did not spend 20 minutes a day working on my brain. It just comes from film study. If you watch, that's why you study film.
Did you ever play quarterback? Help me out. Help me out.
Skip.
Do you know how fast it changes? Do you know how it flashes before your eyes? Do you know how 31 other quarterbacks can't quite process what they're seeing?
The really great receivers, and I started as a wide receiver and moved down. But think about it. I needed to see, I'm in a down stance, so I really can't see the backside corner. I can't see the backside safety. I'm just having to take a mental snap. From the time I get down, I'm walking to the line, and I'm looking to see, okay, what's going on. Once I get down and I pop up, I got to glance. And I got to see exactly what John sees at the same time.
Okay, but your option is between 2 players who might be covering you, while Tom Brady has to look at 6 or 7 in the secondary. How are they moving toward 5 wides?
But here's the thing, Skip. I got 5 wide receivers. In the coverage, we've already gone. I got 1, 2, 3. If in certain coverages, Skip, I already know one's going to be taken away. So guess where I'm going, Jenny? I'm going 2 to 3. It's as simple as that, Skip. And the reason the great quarterbacks, what they can do is that they can process information faster. It's just like a computer. Like the old computers, they process information fast. But then you got these high speeds. You got IBM with Big Blue. That thing, boom, boom, but it's splitting that information. And that's me. This old computer up here, I can spit that information out, Skip.
That's why Tom Brady sits at the computer every day doing brain speed drills.
Skip. If you look at,
I gotta start doing that.
I need to. I'm going to try it because it would help me continue to beat on you.
But if you look at the receivers have drills where they put on glasses. And now all of a sudden, instead of picking the ball up at 10 yards, you're only able to pick the ball up at 5 yards. So it forces you to focus more. So that's, Skip, it's just whatever position you play, you get techniques to enhance whatever the ability that you have. You want to enhance it. Skip, I'm not saying Tom Brady doesn't work hard. And like a lot of people in the medical community, Skip, they push back because Tom said, well, it works for Tom. Skip, you can't say just because it works for one person. Just imagine if